The Bible said, according to Exodus 19, verse 16, and he said unto the people, be ready against the third day, come not at your wives. At first, I thought maybe this area was talking about your girlfriend or fiance that you have not married. You see, but you see, when you go into the spiritual thing, it's something to know that when you are into trying to make something work, the first thing you might be thinking is making love with your wife, or the first thing you shouldn't think, because in the realm of the spirit, I don't know what that is, but if you look at the time of Moses, there are things that when you want to do with God, you really don't have to please yourself, because making love is to please yourself. That's why some people go extreme and want to make love with anybody. So because you want to have fun, you want to have pleasure, as you see. So then what you say no, this time there's no pleasure, because I mean the best pleasure a man can have is to make love with his wife, not drinking and all those things, not eating meat and food. Food is good to eat because that will keep you alive, but for you to have pleasure, it's not those drinking alcohol. And many people start thinking that that is actually a pleasure. No, drinking alcohol is just trying to kill yourself small small, try to put yourself to the ground little little. Um, but you see, Moses was serious about this matter. He said, no, don't sleep with your wife, because you might not be accepted. So your sanctification is going to take 3 days, and in that 3 days, don't sleep with a woman. Don't forget, it's not too long. 3 days is not too long. You can be very patient. I think that is what the people also want to hear. A lot of people, they like when you bring this kind of hard, when you are a pastor and you tell them that you have to do this kind of a thing. They feel like you are a very powerful prophet. You see, in Jesus' era time, all these things were not there. Even there was a time they were accusing Jesus Christ and his disciples that people are fasting, but you guys are not fasting. Because if you look at Jesus Christ, it's the belief is not like the way we believe, the way we think. That's why the Bible said he didn't give himself to men, because we human beings are full of error. So you can see that is the one teaching us these things we are doing. Whatever God wants you to do, whatever Jesus Christ came to do, he did everything. He did not leave one. So then when you look at what he did, then you can be able to calculate and say, is this judgment right? Is this judgment right? But don't forget, he also said, and I have not come to abolish the law that you have, but I want to correct things. There are things that I want to correct, which I've come to do. That's why I was telling them that he was telling the Israelites at that time, he said, you obey, there's a law that they obey. But you see, they have forgotten that the temple is more powerful than this food that they are afraid of, because in that building it's more solid. If the building is not there, there's nothing like that. So you are afraid of the food inside the basket or in the church, but the church or the building, you are not afraid. So it's also saying that we are afraid of whatever God has created, including we human beings. We are afraid of ourselves, but we are not afraid of God, which is very unfair. All right. So that's when you see Jesus' teaching, you see these things, and you calculate it with what Moses was doing, because Moses is one of those kind of people we can be able to compare, to bring to our knowledge of how God wants things and how man wants things. Because if you look at Moses, he really was a man of God. So he apply, he go apply. So he don't take out of whatever God says, but he apply, which is allowed. You can apply. You can add to what God says than to subtract. Never do that.